Hey UTM, welcome to our 9th vlog. I know I said it. Welcome to our 9th vlog. Today I have Maliha with me and we are going to summarize and talk about some of the really great things coming up throughout the month. This is not an important dates and deadlines vlog. If you want to check that out, you could check out vlog number 8. But yeah, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is the commission meeting that happened on July 14th from 12 to 2 p.m. This was probably one of my favorite commission meetings that we've had. During this meeting, we were able to talk about sexual assault policy and consent culture, potential equity course, and the mental health services that are available to us at UTM, Frosh, and what responsibilities a commissioner has. So for folks that don't know what a commission meeting is, it is a space that we have during we have it once a month where anybody can come in and we talk about the things that we have planned for the upcoming month. And we pretty much, it's kind of like a report back. So if you consistently go to our commission meeting, you can come in, you take in all the information, and then what we ask of you is to go take it out to your friends, your fellow classmates and things like that. You discuss the things that we've talked about and get their feedback if they're unable to attend these meetings. And then you come back and we discuss them, and then we see whether we need to strike working groups, whether we can talk about certain things during specific ministry meetings, and we can kind of see where we can move from there. There are amazing things that come out of commission meetings, and I love it. So let me go in a little bit about the sexual assault policy that we were talking about. A lot of students really feel like it is necessary to have a sexual assault policy. From my understanding, I believe that there are only 8 universities that have a policy out of like 230 that we have all across Canada. So it's a really, really important thing that we have and that we enforce on our campus. It really does seem that UTM is a safe campus, thankfully, but there are still instances, situations that happen on our campus that could be avoided if we have a policy like this that is enforced. Also, we were talking about consent culture. Consent culture is a culture that we really want to push forward to eradicate rape culture. Rape culture is, I can't even talk about it because it's hard. But consent culture is just getting the consent of another person. So if I want to hug Maliha, I'm going to ask you, Maliha, can I hug you? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, great. And then I hug Maliha. But it's so much more than that, and we really, really want to push for that in the upcoming year. If that's something you're interested in, please drop by the UTMSU and find out when we will be having working groups that will be talking about this. We were also discussing whether folks think it would be a good idea to have an equity course or an equity requirement for all students to complete before they graduate. And we were discussing the mental health services and how we can greater expand those on our campus. So if those are things that interest you, please, please, please come to our next commission meeting or come by and we will have different working groups where we will discuss things like that. We discussed Frosh very briefly, where we were just telling folks when it will be happening. So it will be happening from August 31st to July 5th. I'm very, very excited for Frosh. Frosh is one of my favorite times. We have so many events going on, but I'm going to let Maliha talk about that because she's going to be talking about volunteers. It's already 3 minutes. How is this happening?
Yeah, because the commission meeting.
The commission meeting is big. Yeah. So I'm going to pass it along to Maliha to talk about the next thing.
Yeah, so on July 30th, UTMSU is going to have an event called UTM Foodie 20. And this is in collaboration with the newcomers of Peel. So basically, it's an opportunity for students to meet other students, and it's open to all years. You basically meet outside of the student center at 4:30. There's a bus. It takes you downtown to a restaurant. The appetizers will be paid by us, whereas the meal will have to be paid by you. So it's a really great event. It's sort of like speed dating, except it's not dating.
It's speed friendshipping.
Speed friendshipping.
So what we're going to do is we're going to sit around a table, and then we'll just keep rotating and meet different people.
So you get to meet all kinds of students there. In different programs, so you should come out, bring your friends even, and it'll be fun.
Definitely. And the restaurant is to be announced. We haven't really picked a restaurant. We're trying to make it as inclusive as possible with many options, so stay tuned for that. The next thing we're going to talk about is the Racialized Coalition, which happens Wednesdays from 3 to 5 p.m. During this, in this space, it's really for racialized folks to come in and discuss some of the issues that we face on campus and in our community and find ways that we can actually work together to create safer spaces. So that's through campaigns, it's through events. I went to the one this past Wednesday, and we're coming up with different events and themes for every single month to talk about educational campaigns and events that we can have to raise awareness about some of the struggles, but also some of the amazing things that racialized folks do. So if you are interested in that, please come out to it. It is next Wednesday and every Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m. If you want to contact Ghaly, who is the anti-racism coordinator, and she kind of runs these coalitions, we will provide her email and any links that will be related to what we're talking about today in the section below, okay?
So as for Frosh, lots of students,
yeah.
Why did I say lots of students?
I don't know, there's lots of students. Okay.
Anyway, so for Frosh, everyone can volunteer all years. Basically, there's an application out right now, and the link will be provided in the description. It's due July 31st. You don't have to have gone to your own Frosh to be involved in this. Basically, the perks are you get a free t-shirt, free meals, yeah. You get to participate in events, but a reduced fee you'll have to pay.
Just like the Frosh leaders.
Yeah. Also, you'll have to have an availability between August 31st and September 5th. And also, there's a training on August 20th. So
absolutely mandatory.
That's a mandatory training. So yeah, there's a link in the description, so you should check that out. It'll be really, really fun. And
I can't wait for Frosh.
You'll also get to meet lots of new students who are coming.
So check that out. The last thing that I'll be talking about is the Anticalendar. But I don't think anybody knows what an Anticalendar is because the last one we had was, I think, 1999. That was a long time ago. So the Anticalendar is a booklet of course evaluations for students. So pretty much what would happen is that students complete their course evaluations, they would compile all of the statistics, and they would send it to UTMSU to create this Anticalendar. So what would happen is that you would have, say, a course. I flip to a random page. It's Bio 337. It is taught by Instructor Collins. The enrollment was 25 students, and the responses were 21 students. So you know that a lot of students actually responded to this, so whatever their ratings were, it's not biased. It's not like one student commenting. Also, it tells you how many students would actually want to retake this course. So in this situation, 75% of the class would retake this class, 25% would not retake the class. There are some instances where I've seen that it's like 85% of the class would not retake it. In that situation, if I were a student and I wanted to get into that class, I'd be like, no, I'm not taking this if half the class hated it. So some of the things that students rated professors and the whole course on is presentation, availability, teaching, workload, difficulty, and learning experience. I really love this simply because I think it would benefit so many different students. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't complete my course evaluations. Not for any reason besides the fact that I feel like it doesn't benefit me. I don't feel like it changes. I'm sure there are professors that read it, and I really, really thank those professors. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't see a big difference. But I would love if other students would respond to these. That way I can benefit from knowing whether or not they would take it. And in turn, I would love to tell students, hey, don't take this class. So instead of going on Facebook or rate my professor to find out whether or not I should take a course, we have this actual booklet, or maybe an online booklet that I would love to have, and we would talk about that. So if this is something that you folks are interested in, LOL, friend. If this is something that you folks are interested in, please let me know, because we need to let the professors and the administration know that this is something that we want. The information is no longer disclosed to UTMSU. I don't know why, but if we could tell professors and the administration that this is something that we would like the information to be disclosed back to us. That way we could use it for our own benefit. That would be great. I love this. I wish it still happened. So let's make it happen. Cool? If you have any questions about this, please come see me, because I'm really passionate about it, and I have like 10 of them that you folks could come take a look at, okay? And the last thing, I know we're like 9 minutes, but we can do this. Just bear with us.
So October 19th are the next federal elections. What we're trying to do is we're trying to have an all candidates forum for all the active political parties. The purpose is basically to encourage and expose all the student voters to the active political parties, of which there are over 10,000 on our campus. And also for non-active student voters, it gives them a chance to be exposed to the parties and develop a political stance and idea on how to vote. So the discussion will focus on student experiences and issues and things like that. So health, tuition, environment, and things like that. Also, you have lots of time to ask questions, and the candidates will have ample opportunity to answer your questions. So you should all come out to that because it's an informative event.
I cannot stress how important it is for us to be educated voters. We are the future, and I know that sounds so like generic and oh my god, yeah, we're the future. But legitimately, like the choices that adults and we make now are going to affect us for the next 4, 10 years. It keeps going. So think about yourself, think about the tuition money or your OSAP money that you have to pay back. Think about the jobs that you want when you graduate. Please, please, please be an informed voter. At the last municipal election, I believe that there was a difference of 100 to 200 votes. During my election, every vote counted. I cannot stress that enough. Every vote counted. One of our board members won by 12 votes. 12 votes! 12! Like, that's 12 people. So, sorry, I get really emotional about this because this is intense. It's really, really important that we go out there and we vote. So now we're reaching 11 minutes, but thank you so much for tuning in with Maliha and myself. The next vlog, I believe, will be important dates and deadlines for August, but check out vlog number 8. I really hope you made it to the end of these 11 minutes, but if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to Maliha or myself, okay? Bye, folks. It was nice talking to you.